So what's up, Luis? Your name is Luis.
Oh,
So what's up, Luis?
doing all right. How are you, Felipe?
But hey, man, I think like we need to get something straight.
All right.
For example, we need to start working fast. Like if we compromise to something, it should be done the same day. Especially when it's simple things like, for example, the NDA that we're talking about, the NDA now,
Uh huh.
that can be done on the same day. We don't need 2 weeks or 3 weeks for a lawyer to do an NDA for you and then send me something over that's 5 pages long. An NDA can be 1 page, 2 pages max.
I mean, that's assuming that I have the time to actually put in the work to get that NDA and help you get that done.
That's what I mean. That's exactly what I mean. So if you want a format for an NDA, all you have to do is go to Google and put like NDA formats. Look for the one that you like the most and send it over to me. You don't need
Right.
to get lawyers involved for an NDA.
Yeah. Well, the problem is that right now, like, I've been with this company. I've been working with you for the last 2 or 3 years, and I'm not getting paid for it basically, and essentially, how do you expect me to put in the time if I'm not getting paid for that?
Right, so you are getting paid. Let's start with that. You are getting paid. The way that you're getting paid is with shares of a company. So if the company explodes and does well, you are gonna get paid more because it's money that you are getting accrued and you're gonna add up on this account.
Yeah, sure,
And
there
then
is.
all
Yeah.
this money and then all this money turns into shares of the company. So the more time that you've spent, I'm actually counting all that money. And we've come to an agreement to make that money, that amount of money, very large. So it's above $10,000 right now. If I wanted to hire somebody for 10,000 bucks, I will get done more than what we have now. If somebody types in jingy.com right now, they don't see anything. They just see a video that I did.
Yeah, I mean, sure that there is money in the future, and that's great.
Yeah.
But it's been so long, I haven't seen anything, and I still need to work on other things to pay my daily rent, and I still have to make a living
I
somehow.
understand. Yeah. Yeah. But what do we need? What do we need right now to start generating money with the company and for the company to actually start making money? We need compromise from both ends. So from my end, I'm the CEO of the company. You're helping me with the back office of the company. The whole idea is for you to become the director of the back office and of the development team in Colombia. I'm based in New York. What I'm doing in New York is opening the market. So from here, it's easy to tackle different markets. It's easy to go to the European market, to go to the Latin American market. It's closer to the Asian market. That's the whole idea. For example, that's one of the reasons why I chose the name Jingi. Jingi actually means in Japanese, I don't know if you know this, it means humanity and prosperity. That's the whole idea of the company. Before it used to be called Uchi. I know that. The name changed from Uchi, that means home in Japanese also, to Jingi. Because before I wanted to be the home, like the vision of the company was to be the home of digital content in general. Now the purpose is to allow anybody with internet access to make money. I know we pivoted many times, but that's the whole point of startups. Like all these years that we've worked together, I know the idea of the company has changed.
Yeah,
But
I'm
that's
just
because
frustrated that we haven't made any money, and I need ways to make money.
I
So
know.
I'm just I don't know. I'm open to ideas, but like, what are you proposing?
Okay, so before where I was going, so when I was Uchi, it was all types of content.
Mm-hmm.
That's why the name was Uchi, home of digital content. Now it's Jingy because it's closer to Jingle, and we're focused on musicians now. So it's hiring musicians and creating auditions for musicians and first DJs. So like in business, I know your background is not business. Your background is tech and
Mm-hmm.
development. That's
Right.
why I want you to be in charge of development. So Jingy, I have a background in music too, so that's why I know Jingy music is that's Jingy, and now what musicians need is managers. So we want musicians to become their own managers
Mm-hmm.
because they don't want to follow rules from anyone. They don't feel like they need a manager. They feel like they end up doing everything.
Mm-hmm.
They end up creating audiences and so on. And what we're doing with Jingy is that we are getting all these services from YouTube, Instagram, PayPal, and so on, SoundCloud. You know all the APIs that we're connected with, like all this backend, all the work that you put in
Mm-hmm.
is there. Like we have this in the backend,
Yeah.
but we need to make it to show it because nobody can use it. Like it's work that's there, but nobody can use it. Like I know it's work that you've put into it. Like it's all coding that you've done.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand the code. I don't know what the servers are. I have no idea how to read that. I've tried to learn about HTML, but I really don't know. So it's you. Like it's you, the one who knows what the servers are. If we use AWS, Amazon, or we use Site 5, I have no idea. You're the one who knows that. I've trusted you on that. Like I've put my money on that. I always try to look for money on the side, do consulting jobs, and invest that in the company. That's something else that you should see. I understand that we need customers. That's
Yeah.
something we do need.
Yeah. We need to get paid, definitely.
Yeah, we do need the paying customer. If not, it's going to be wasted work.
Mm-hmm.
But for that to happen, we need compromise from both ends. And we need to work fast because things change a lot. In 1 year, even you told me that AWS, Amazon, for example,
Mm-hmm.
has all these things that you weren't aware 2 years ago. So you are not only getting shares of the company, but you're also learning a lot. And you're applying all this that you're learning to the other startups that you're involved with.
Mm-hmm.
So you know all these things that Amazon has now that they didn't have 1 year ago. Because you decided Site 5 because it's the one that you knew, the servers that you knew how to use. So I went along with it. Now I'm insisting that I want the best. So I want Amazon. Not only because of the new technologies that they always develop, but because they have an office right here in New York. So if we have a problem, we can just do a video conference with them.
Yeah.
So
But you know I don't like video conferences.
yeah, well, I think that right now, maybe you don't like video conferences, but it's important, especially if we are 5 hours and a half away in plane, although it's basically the same time zone. We're still farther away, like we're 5.5 hours, which is closer than San Francisco to New York actually, but it's still 5 hours and a half. The way to bring us together is with internet and video conferences.
Yeah. I mean, I'm okay with talking with you during the period of time. I mean, what's wrong with just having a phone call? I'm usually on the move. I don't have something that can have video right there with me, so I end up calling you, and that works out pretty well for me. So
Yeah. So that's one thing. So phone calls. I try to call you many times and you just don't pick up because you're with the other startup, so you decide not to pick up.
yeah, because I need to make a living.
Right? So answer to me. As long as you see the phone call, write to me. Say, I'll give you a call back in 3 hours, 4 hours this afternoon.
Yeah, I can try that.
Okay? And then when we talk, try to get headphones. That's why I gave you an iPhone. I gave you my old iPhone a year ago.
So you're telling me that it's too loud? What?
No, I'm just saying that whenever we have to talk,
Yeah.
we can just make a video conference with the iPhone.
Okay.
It's very easy. You can be on the streets.
If you don't mind, the streets or whatever, then
I don't care.
sure. Okay.
But if we have a meeting, I do ask that you are in a quiet room and you put video.
All right. I mean, quiet room is pretty basic, but if you're okay with just kind of on the street, decently quiet, I guess, obviously, so we can hear each other. But you're all right with that.
If I'm calling you, just pick up Or tell me, I'll call you back in 15 minutes or half an hour, 1 hour.
All right,
Yeah.
you can do that.
But if we have meetings, like weekly meetings or twice a week meetings,
Hmm.
please be on video. I need you to be on video.
Why is the video so important to you?
Because we have that tool right now that's kind of free for us. It is actually free. All you need is internet access. And it's important for me because we need to be able to read each other and look at each other on the eyes, not only voice.
Yeah. All right.
That's why. That's why it's important to me. Also, if we have a meeting, please try to be in the meeting, especially with investors, for example. I don't know if you remember last year that I had a meeting with an investor, and I asked you to please be there, and you weren't there. I tried to call you, and you were in another meeting for another startup.
I don't. I mean, maybe I don't remember what exactly happened, but
Yeah.
sure, I'll try to be in meetings.
If I tell you we have a meeting in 1 week, be there. Okay? So, what do you think we should do?
I mean, I don't. I don't. I mean, it sounds like we can get on some calls every once in a while, but like, I'm happy to hear that you want me as the kind of leading the development team and being on the tech side of things. So that's some that's pretty interesting to me. Like you said, I learn a lot of different stuff. At Amazon through these like different types of development techniques. So I mean that's good. I can try to put in a little more time and get things quickly, but ultimately I think we're going to just have to have a better, more concrete plan going forward. So I know what's coming up and at what point do we expect revenue to be coming in.
Yeah. Okay, so I want revenue to start coming in soon.
Yeah, me too.
I'm starting to move along, but I need your help. For example, if somebody goes into jinky.com, they should see a professional website. We don't have a name yet, so that's one thing that I'm looking for. I know you know about HTML because if I go on your other startups,
Yeah,
the page looks amazing.
I like to think I know what I'm doing. Yeah.
So that's what I need also on my startup. If it's funding for design that you need, and you're going to be in charge of design, I can look for that money. I can look for that and give it to you, but you need to tell me
Okay.
how
All
much
right.
money you need. All right? That's the only hope I need because I could start tweeting or Facebook or like about customers, like getting customers. Like for example, when I got published in a magazine last year, you can see a peak in the user views and page views and users, but nobody came back because they didn't understand how to use the website. So we
Nice.
kind of lost that. So what do we need? We need to have a professional looking website that's self-explanatory. That's the whole point of the video and of all the investment that I made on the video. I mean, I have tried to move. I have the scholarships in Colombia with the university partners with Berkeley College of Music. They're giving out the scholarships. They've kept that. Now they're building a. So the university started when I was studying there. That it was only a few houses. Now it's a six-floor building. They're supposed to open soon, like in January. So I know they've done all that, but they're giving scholarships. Now I have these other guys that are looking for musicians in Sony, like a label, Sony record label.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe if we spoke more, I would be able to tell you all this. But we don't have those bi-weekly calls. So you don't know what I'm doing. I'm actually
Right.
putting a lot of work.
All right. Yeah. I have no idea what you're doing.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. So we should sit down and talk twice a week.
All right. Yeah. I mean, that sounds like a good plan, and probably we just need a plan going forward so I know exactly what I should be expecting.
Okay, all right. And also we need to get all these things in writing, all these agreements. Like the NDA is very important. I know the vested and unvested equity is very important too. So those two
But
are the key agreements. I
you're
know
saying is it you mean my NDA or an NDA with
NDA with the
another?
company because it's trade secrets. We don't have patents. We don't have anything, but we have company secrets and trade secrets. Okay. So the NDA, the vested and unvested equity, and we also need the IP assignment. That I understand you don't want to sign the IP assignment because if you sign the IP assignment, that's going to compromise, like you told me before, compromise other startups.
Right.
So I understand that. That's okay. We don't have to sign the IP assignment.
Okay.
But
Appreciate it.
then, yeah. So the time that you spend doing research and learning is not going to be paid to you with the vested and invested equity because it's time for you that you're going to be able to spend in other companies.
Okay. Yeah. I like I said before, if sounds like I need to for this thing to make money, we need to put a little bit more time into it. And I also need to pay the bills now. So if you don't mind me working on the other stuff, the other two companies that I work for, as long as I'm making sure I'm we stay connected and some of the time urgent stuff is being kind of performed in a timely manner. If you're all right with that, then yeah, we can try to work something out. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so what we need to do is just get the NDA first. As long as we get the NDA, we need to get the vested and invested equity schedule signed. And once we have those two things, we need to get a professional website because
Yeah. I mean,
we
yeah.
both need that. I mean, we need
Yeah,
anybody
the professional website. Yeah, I'll put in some more time to that. I can get that turned around pretty quickly.
Right.
Yeah, let me go look at the NDA and then the materials and let me
Yeah.
get back to you.
The NDA can be done. Like, choose one. Choose any.
Okay.
Just Google it or the website that I sent you. Just choose anything.
Just take a standard.
Yeah, standard
Okay.
NDA.
Yeah.
All right. All right, Luis.
All right. Well, nice talking to you, and we'll
Nice
talk
talking to
again
you.
later.
All right. Bye. Thanks.